Tonight, we continue to put the spotlight on veterans as we approach Veterans Day. Serving in the military can leave wounds that are unseen and lasting and can result in veterans' trouble readjusting to civilian life.
That can end with getting in trouble with the law. And Barton Dieters is showing us that a court that specializes in the unique issues that veterans face. Barton.
Well, Brian and Sue, it's no secret that criminal behavior can arise out of trauma. In Wyoming, there's a program that says if that trauma is a result of service to country, then it is the duty of society to help its veterans. Jordan Hull now enjoys the fruits of domestic life with his wife and 15-month-old daughter at his Wyoming home. But this life was not assured for the 30-year-old Marine who, after deploying in Afghanistan in 2010, found himself struggling to readjust.
Afghanistan was pretty tough for me. My first 2 weeks, I lost my best friend to a drug overdose.
He returned home in 2012 to find he was not the person he was before he left.
After I got out, I was kind of a jerk. You know, I was short-tempered. I didn't want to be around anybody but other veterans because I felt like that was the only people that could kind of understand you.
Hull said he was angry and frustrated with the lack of order in civilian life.
I thought everybody was lazy and just arrogant and irresponsible, and it really irritated me.
His first marriage ended in divorce, and his second was headed that way, due in no small part to his heavy drinking.
What landed me in the Veterans Treatment Court program was a count of domestic violence. I didn't put my hands on anybody. I didn't hurt anybody, but it was just the screaming, the yelling, the losing my temper.
He found himself with a choice.
It was either that or jail, you know, so I definitely didn't want to go to jail, seeing as I'm a prior corrections officer.
You will get out of this what you put into it.
The program has been in place in Wyoming District Court for 5 years under the direction of Judge Pablo Cortez.
So I started seeing a lot of veterans come through more and more. They had problems, and they were almost always tied to some kind of substance abuse.
The judge says PTSD can change people's personalities and their reactions to authority. While the majority of participants are men, there are women who suffer, in addition to the typical military stressors, sexual abuse in the forces.
I don't have any other person on probation that's ever come here on their own. You know, it's always because they have to. A lot of these guys will come in on their own just to participate and be part of the group.
It was kind of like being back in my own unit, you know, Brotherhood and Sisterhood. There was a couple females in there. It's got your name on it, what branch you served with, too.
He remains friends with some of the people in the program.
Honestly, without that treatment court program, I don't think I'd be here right now. I'd be divorced. I'd probably be in some dark hole somewhere.
And the court's held twice a month and lasts for an average of 18 months for the participants. They have to stay sober and submit to more frequent testing, agree to therapy and community service. They also help make sure that veterans are getting the services to which they're entitled. Brian and Sue.
Wow.
What a thoughtful approach to the court system.
It is. And the judge said this. It would be great if there was the resources to treat everyone like this, to give them to stop putting people through the grinder of the justice system and instead kind of cater to their needs.
To address the issues, yes.
Certainly helped him.
It did, yeah. These veterans, all of them, this is a very successful program, one of the most successful in the state. So
that's fantastic.
Working well.
Thank you
for sharing, Barton.